So where do we go? Where do we go when we die then? What's the afterlife?
This right here. It's here and now. But you won't realize heaven if you don't believe in me. If you believe in me and obey, you're going to realize it right here and now. You will never die. So all these people that say they're Jesus or these churches talking about the end times and the end times going to be soon and this is going to be the date, it's already over. It's 100% there. If you ever watched The Wizard of Oz or The Sixth Sense, the movie's over at the very beginning. You just haven't realized it yet. So you're going to realize that when 8 billion people all see my face at that point, everybody's going to realize their demise, hell, or eternal life, heaven, right here on this planet.
Okay, so but when I'm actually get old and I actually die, what happens to my body?
You never get old and die.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna get old and I could get in a car accident tomorrow. Then what happens? Where does my soul go?
Well, if you believe in death, you always will get that. But there is no death. Death is a concept. You'll never experience your own birth or your own death. Yes, you do see other people die, but that's just a perception of your mind. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting very spiritual with you, but this is how you have to perceive life. It's just like you don't even know if this is reality, Ethan. You could be dreaming that you're recording me and that you're 22 years old, but you could wake up as a 10-year-old boy or an 80-year-old man in Zimbabwe, Africa, in a hut, and wow, I thought I was recording some guy saying he was Jesus in Maui from Minnesota. So reality is all perception of the mind. That's why if you're not spiritual, you're going to get old and die. If you're spiritual, you'll never get old. You'll never die. In the Bible, I said, those who believe in me, though they were dead, they shall live. And those who believe in me and live shall never die. Do you believe this? And this is right before I raised Lazarus from the grave. Physically, I raised a man that was dead in the grave for days, rotting. I brought him back to life to show, at least in the Bible, the word that I'm talking about, there's no physical death. Wow. And also coming back from the grave, and the cross represents no death as well. Okay. Physically coming back.
I think I'm getting what you're saying. It's very complicated, obviously, and I don't think it's something that we can understand as well as you can.
It's not complicated. It's simple, but obviously it's contrary to the physical world. So if it's complicated, it's because you've been indoctrinated with the reality of growing old and death, and I'm indoctrinating you with a better way of thinking that forever young, literally. Like I say, you could never prove that I'll die. If you kill me, I'd be dead and you couldn't prove it. You'd prove it to yourself, but you already believe in death and I don't. So you could never prove it to me. And if you believe the same thing I did, the same would go for you.
Okay, what are your views on science and objects?
I've got a green up against another. And then,
I
remember.
It's not even the shape.
Negative.
Mentally ill.
Did a special effects agency.